Going on, guys? Welcome back to the Option Spirit. I'm Lawsy. Today I wanted to try and do something a little bit different. I wanted to give everybody a little bit of an insight into how I operate things, how I use my options trading account to fund the ISA account, and generally sort of what we kind of do during a week. I want to try and sort of do a little bit of a series. So we're going to start today. It's going to be a Market Monday series, and we'll finish off with the Friday one. We're going to try to open up some positions and get everything running from a Monday. Check out some market data, see what's going on with the stock market in general, and put some positions on if appropriate. And then what we'll do is we'll come back on the Friday and we'll show you how those positions panned out through the week, what went wrong, what we did, whether they got called away, and how we made the premium, and more importantly, what we did with it. Just before we get into it, we just need to make a note. Most traders lose money, guys. I'm one of them sometimes. I'm not your financial advisor, and this isn't financial advice. We learn the how here, but the why is always yours to decide. Your capital is at risk. Let's get into it. What we wanted to do today with the market, it's important to understand sort of like the weekly macro events. This week's a really important week. We've got a lot of earnings this week, a lot of the Mag 7s. We've got SoFi, we've got ZETA, all of the big guys that we sort of focus on in our portfolio all are producing their earnings this week. So it's a big time. We've also got the FOMC Fed rate decision coming on Wednesday as well. Now, general consensus for that at the moment is obviously that we are expecting Powell to hold those rates, but it is going to be his last FOMC meeting. So who knows? He might want to go out with a mic drop moment and do something that we're not able to predict. So we need to be a bit cautious about that and just bear in mind that we do have a little bit of macro going against us this week, and it might not necessarily be the best time to be making the plays that we want to play, with it being the earnings week on our stocks. But that being said, if we're happy with the outcomes, the IV and the premium is all good, then why not, right? So let's go have a look. So here you can see we've got our general investing account open with Robinhood. I've put some funds into this account just so as I can sort of use this one on stream to use it as a bit of an example to give everybody a guide on what we're doing and how we're doing it. And I just think it's a lot easier to show you on Robinhood. I will be going into Tastytrade and I'm doing some covered call plays as well on my ZETA position, but we'll go into that in a second. Now, to be honest with you, I'm not sure at the moment exactly what we're going to do. I've had a little bit of a quick look and I've got an idea. So we'll jump into the charts and we'll sort of make a decision live and yeah, see what happens. Now, something that's really important to understand with my particular trading style is I'm not a big technical analysis guy, but I do like to understand where we have support and resistances, because it's always nice to try and catch the bottom and catch the top if you can. But as long as I'm happy with my buy and sell zones, then generally that's pretty much where I would look to be selling my options. So if we use ZETA for an example here, you can see I've got my green, my orange and my red boxes with this green line here around about the 1650 mark. You'll see the green zone up here is generally where we'll be looking to sell our covered calls in that area for how we're sort of trading at the moment and how the momentum's going, that kind of thing. So this is the area that we'd be happy to sell our covered calls. The orange area is basically where we would be looking to buy. So we're happy to buy in the orange area is effectively what we're saying there. The red area, we'll be selling limbs to buy in this area. You'll see going back to, well, we can drag it all the way back to June 2025 is the last time that we actually went into this area. So it does bounce quite a lot off of the top of our seller limb buy zone. Okay, so if it goes into there, we'll be buying heavily, but we're not in there. We are in our happily buy zone, and we are looking probably, I would suggest, around the 1650 mark. So with that in mind, let's jump back into Robinhood. We want to select the 1650. We're going to sell two of these contracts. We'll see at the top here that we've got a ZETA position to end on the 1st of May for a 1650 put. We want to select two of those, and we're going to up the $47 here and try our luck with the 50. Now you'll see the collateral required now will go to 3,300. This represents what we would need in our account to buy those 200 shares of ZETA. Just remember that each contract represents 100 shares. So what we're effectively saying here is we will insure your stock of ZETA, 200 shares of ZETA. You will pay us $100. And if it goes below that strike price that you've insured at, we will purchase your shares off of you. So if we go ahead here and we'll do this contract live with you guys, and we'll select to sell the ZETA puts right now. Okay, we'll see what happens. See if we can get this one filled. Okay, so the limit order was submitted, and we will see what happens with that one. In the meantime, what we will do whilst we're waiting for that one, we'll see if that gets submitted. You'll see down here that we've got a working order, the ZETA working order, just there. So we will come away from that one for the moment because we won't rush. We'll see if that one gets filled and we'll come back and show you. In the meantime, we'll jump on over to Tastytrade. In Tastytrade, we already own 500 shares of ZETA. So we own these shares around about $16. So what I've been doing is every week, just for the Monday to the Friday, I have been selling weekly covered calls on those 500 shares. The important thing to understand between the difference between this account and the previous account, on this account, this is a income account only, really, income generating. So we've got the shares of ZETA. We're bullish on ZETA. Of course, we don't want to lose shares of ZETA. However, we are generating premium off our shares here. So we do not mind if they get called away, because either way, we are going to get paid. So as I said, if we go back to our TradingView account here, we're going to be looking to sell up in our green zone. We own the shares at 16. So $20 is probably looking likely to be where I'm going to want to be going with this. So if we jump back into Tastytrade and we'll select the Friday contracts again, and we go down to the 20 down here and select that one. Incidentally, on Tastytrade, this brown line down the center represents the expected move range within the time frame that you are selecting. So if we were to close the 4-day down and say, for instance, go to the 18-day, that brown line will change because the expected move across 18 days is a lot different to what the expected move would be across the 4 days. So anyway, as I say, we're doing weeklies on this. This is a weekly income generating machine. We're doing the wheel on it. We've already got 500 shares, which means that we can do 5 contracts. $20 is our strike that we've already selected, because I've shown you that on the TradingView screen. We know 20 is fine. On Tastytrade, it works a little bit differently. We've still got the same chart. We've still got the strikes down here. You can see -1. That is representative of one contract, 100 shares. Okay, we are going to get paid a mid-range of $47 credit here, but we've got 500 shares. So what we're going to do is we're going to up that one, and we're going to go 2, 3, 4, 5. So we can sell 5 covered call contracts for $20, and we could get paid $235 for the week. So on Friday, that is how much we could walk away with. Now, the important thing to remember here is that the premium, we do get paid up front straight away. It goes into our account, but we don't exactly realize that premium until the contract expires, worthless or not. So we're happy to sell at 20. Being the earnings week for ZETA on Thursday, it could quite easily pump way, way above 20. But we don't mind that because we bought them at 16. We're more than happy to sell at 20. That's absolutely fine, but we're going to get paid for the privilege. We're going to get paid for stock appreciation from $16 all the way up to $20 times 500 shares. But we're also going to get paid the $235 premium. So we're just making money. If they do sell at 20, it will release the capital that we had for the shares, and we can then come onto the other side and we can sell the cash secure puts again and do 5 cash secure puts. So we're not too concerned. We're happy with $235 here. So what we're going to do is, as with the Robinhood account, we are going to hit review and send. It confirms that by the time all of the fees and everything have come off, we are going to walk away with approximately $229.36. Okay, so let's submit that and see it executed straight away. So we've got that now absolutely working perfectly. $235 has come to us, and if we go on into this here, we can see that we've got it there. The position is now live, and it's just a waiting game. We'll come back to it on Friday and we'll see how that one's done. Anyway, let's jump back into the Robinhood account and see how our cash secure puts do it. Okay, now as you can see, coming back to the 1650 here, it's now gone from 47 to 44. So we can see that if we look up at the symbol chart, ZETA is increasing. So what we're going to either have to do is sit and wait this one out or change our premium on this one. We'll give it some time and I'll come back when it executes. So apparently this is the problem with live trading, guys, and the market just doesn't want to play ball with me. So again, we are going to cancel this order down and we are going to try again. We've just jumped again, so let's see if we can get this one executed back at 47. Bingo. And you can see our position has been filled and our puts come down into our positions tab at the bottom of the screen. And we have been paid $94 in credit for the privilege. Now, what will happen is when we come back on Friday, we'll have a look at these positions that we've just set out, and we'll give you an idea of what's happened throughout the week. Obviously, we've got a lot going on this week with the earnings, as we've discussed at the beginning of the video. We've got the Fed FOMC meeting. Part of the reason that we decided today to go with ZETA rather than SoFi, which is the other ticker that we do run this strategy on as well, is I think that there is more uncertainty around SoFi. Especially for me personally, I was just happier playing with ZETA today, and I'm going to give SoFi a wide berth because it is extremely unpredictable around earnings times. My conviction in the stock has not changed. It's unfaltered. I believe in the stock completely, but trying to play it on earnings can be a little bit of a difficult gamble. So we're not going to go with that one because, if anything, we don't like gambling. On Friday, when we come back, and if these have either executed and we have purchased the shares, or the covered calls have executed and we have sold our shares, either way, we'll have collected premium, so we will have something to do, whether it's buying more shares, whether it's closing out our cash secured puts and the covered calls. We'll come back, tune back in on the Friday episode to find out what happened throughout this week, because it's going to be an exciting one, I'm sure. Any premium that we collect in the general investing account, the UK viewers will know that premium on Friday, once we have realized it, we will be transferring the premium into the ISA account, where we will use that premium to purchase shares of ZETA in our stocks and shares ISA account, where we can let that stock accumulate and grow, and we will not be charged any form of capital gains tax on it because, as you all know, the ISA account in the UK is our tax wrapper. If you're operating the same principle in the US, I believe yours is the Roth IRA, and I think you can actually trade within the same account. In the UK, you can't trade options within an ISA account, but there's nothing stopping you, especially using Robinhood. Again, why I use it, because my ISA account is also in Robinhood. There's nothing stopping you using your investment account to collect the premium and then transfer that premium, once you've realized it, over to the ISA account. Just bear in mind that the gains in your ISA account are not subject to capital gains tax. The premiums that you collect in the general investment account will be subject to capital gains tax. But in the UK, you do get a £3,000 yearly allowance, so usually that would probably swallow that up. But if it does go over that, it's just something to bear in mind. That's all. I just want to ask a simple question. What are you guys playing this strategy on? Are you running the wheel? Are you running the covered calls? Are you doing the cash secured puts and funding your ISA with it? Same question to the guys from the US with the Roth IRAs. Are you doing this as well? Are you funding your tax-free accounts by collecting free premium from the stocks that you want to own anyway? Seems like a little bit of a money glitch, to be honest, and not many people do this from the UK, which is why I'm trying to put these videos out there to make it a little bit more accessible to people. So any questions, guys, if you want to get in touch with me, I do respond to pretty much every question I get. I'm available on X. I'll put the link for my X platform down in the description as well. So yeah, feel free to get in touch, and yeah, tune back in on Friday to see how we do. Just before we sign off, thank you everybody for joining us on our Market Monday first ever episode. Don't forget to tune in on Friday for our Funded Fridays episode to see what the outcome of today's trades is going to be. Don't be afraid to ask the questions, stick them down in the comments. And just remember, guys, here at Options Brit, we learn the how so that we can afford the why. I'll see you next time. Bye for now.